Welcome to our social distancing STEAM program at the Everett Free Library. This week we are making water striders. So let's start out with what you should have in your bag from the library. You should have a piece of foam and several pipe cleaners and an instruction sheet. You will need from home a pair of scissors, a ruler, permanent markers, and a bowl of water or a sink or a bathtub, just anything that will hold some water. So let's start off by talking about water striders a little bit. They are a special kind of bug or insect that can walk on water. Can you do that? Can you stand up on water? I know in my tub of water here, I can't keep my fingers on top of the water. They go down through. And if I try to stand on top of the water in the bathtub or in a stream or a river, I sink down. So why don't these bugs? Think about that a little bit while we start building our bugs. What you want to do first is take your piece of foam and your ruler, draw a box that is about, these measurements don't have to be exact, but about 4 inches long. And 1 inch to 1.5 inches wide. So draw a box on your foam and cut that out. This is going to be your body of your water strider. Set the rest of your foam aside. And on my water strider, I'm going to draw a head section and a body section. Now I'm going to color mine. Okay. And I'm going to color my head a different color. You can draw on here however you please. Now, one thing I'm going to add once I get most of this colored, water striders are part of a group of insects called true bugs. And that means that they have several special body parts. They all have wings, they can fly, and they have a long mouth part, and so that water striders are a predaceous insect. Do you know what predaceous means? They prey on other bugs. They eat other bugs. So water striders, whenever they're itty bitty tiny, they'll wait for something to fall into the stream and then eat it. whenever they're adults, they will stand on top of the water. Maybe you've seen that at a stream. They'll be standing on top of the water, not sinking down in, but they can feel the movement of other insects that are in the water, and then they will go catch it or eat on it. So I have my body done. I think that my water strider needs some legs. So take 2 of your pipe cleaners and cut them into 4-inch pieces. So use your ruler and measure 4 inches. And then you want a total of 6 legs that are 4 inches each. Okay. Once you have your legs cut, then you want to bend them into legs. So start with your fingers in about 1 inch, maybe a little bit more, and pinch it, and bend your hands in opposite directions so that you get almost a Z, but you want a Z with 90-degree angles. You want square corners. It's important that the middle section, this piece here, be the same length or very close to the same length on all of your legs. So, you want to compare them and make sure they match up pretty well while you're doing this. So go ahead and bend your legs for your water strider. Once you have them all bent, you can start by sliding the legs in, sort of in the middle of the foam, in the side of the foam strip. You should be able to slide these in without poking through the top or bottom. So put 3 legs on each side, and you want to put them opposite each other so that where you have 1 leg on one side, you have a leg on the other side. Okay, so you have your water strider, and your water strider has feet. One other thing water striders have are antennae. So take another pipe cleaner and measure a strip that is 2 inches. You want 2 pieces that are 2 inches each. And if you want, you can bend them a little, or you can just use them as they are and poke these in your head area of your water strider. Now, we talked about water striders stay on top of the water. Let's see if ours will. What do you think will happen whenever I set this on top of the water? Is it going to stay on top, or is it going to sink? I do believe that it sunk. What happened at home with yours? Did yours sink also? Why do you think that might be? What's different? Well, one thing that's different, water striders have a bunch of fine hairs on their feet. out in the world, so maybe we'll try putting some feet on our water strider. So you'll want to cut 6 pieces of foam, since we have 6 feet, and you want to make them about 1 inch by half an inch. So I'm going to mark off a rectangle. And this doesn't have to be exact. This is just small pieces. So cut them out. I have 6 feet. I'm going to slide them in over the edges of my feet. And this is going to be like a bunch of fine hairs that stick out from the water strider's feet. What do you think is going to happen now if I set this in the water? It's staying on top. So there's something called surface tension and buoyancy. Surface tension is the ability of the edge, the surface of the water to stick together and not have anything go through. That's part of it, but another part is called buoyancy. So whenever we stand on top of something or set something on top of something, we have force pushing down. And the water strider is pushing down on top of the water. But the water is pushing up. So whenever you have something skinny, there's just a little point that is sitting on top of the water. And so it can squish down through. But if you have a big flat thing, like the feet, that spreads out the weight over a bigger area and the water has more to push up on. So the water strider can sit on top of the water. So surface tension and buoyancy are 2 parts of what help keep water striders on top of the water. If you'd like to check out some pictures of water striders, since it is winter, you can look on Google or watch some videos on YouTube. Or if you wait until summer, there are always plenty of water striders out in the streams. Thank you for joining us for our social distancing STEAM program at the Everett Free Library. And we hope that you'll join us next time.